Hey.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Great start. Great start.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the Practice Squad podcast. Welcome to the Squadcast. I am a host, Nicholas Yunker. I'm co-hosted with my good friend, Brock Holiday. Brock Haddon? Do you want
Holiday.
Brock Holiday. And our very good friend, Cody Clark.
Today we're going to do 4-down style. Just tackle 4 subjects and bullshit about them for a while. The first one being the head coaching jobs and where we rank them and what we think about them. So, Indianapolis Colts. Everything I've read, Josh McDaniels is going to get the job and he thinks Andrew Luck's going to be back. I think that's bullshit. I don't think he's
Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, I don't think Luck's going to be back. Nothing's happened.
He didn't he go to Europe to get that surgery,
Germany.
and it didn't take?
And they've released nothing about it. They're always like, oh, he's a few weeks away.
Right.
He's throwing. And then they're like, yeah, it fucking fell off again. And I don't want to work for Jim Irsay because he's literally high all the time.
Wait, he's high? I thought he was just an alcoholic.
No, it was pills. He got busted with a bunch of different prescription pills.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then he tweeted the picture of that porn star, Spread Eagle.
What?
You don't remember that?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, and he got hacked. But I'm assuming he's just looking at porn and actually,
I mean, who's never done that before?
accidentally tweeted out somebody Spread Eagle?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Oh.
I don't think I've accidentally looked for a video of somebody just spread Eagle.
It was a picture. It was just a picture.
Can I look this up real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
It was Jim Irsay?
Yeah, while you do that, we'll find something else while you find the whole story. Now, I actually think Dave Tobe would be a better fit for that because he's Old Bear special teams coach. And he's got connections to their new GM. So to
Has he been anything more than just a special teams coach?
He's been the best special teams coach. And he's got insane amount of connections so he can get...
That's a vagina.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't know about that.
I had no idea.
Yeah. He got suspended. I don't know what good and suspending an owner does. I'm pretty sure he got like a game or something for that.
What is
the fact that this image cannot be found anywhere else on the internet by reverse search, which would imply that it might be a sext or some sort rather than ordinary porn.
Oh,
so
I didn't know
it's not even just like an image that he found. It's somebody sent it to him. Is he married? Is Jim Irsay married?
I want
to do a deep dive on this guy.
All right. Well, okay. If we're ranking it I have it 1 through 6 in our notes, but it's 1 through 5 because John Gruden got the Oakland job.
Yes.
Right.
10 years, $10 million.
I'm ranking this 5. Fuck you. 100 million.
Did you see your notes?
I saw my notes, motherfucker. I'm ranking it last. Because I don't think Luck's coming back, and that line sucks. Your skill positions are old and bad.
Yeah, he hasn't coached since 2002, and even back then, he was literally traded to the Bucks as a coach. He was traded.
No, I'm at the Colts for the last spot.
Wait, because
number
6.
Was, yeah,
and
5 because there is no 6 because Oakland officially hired him.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
But,
sorry, I'm really caught up in this Jim Irsay thing, and I'm not going to drop it for the rest of the fucking podcast. He's married to a woman named Meg Coyle.
Wait, why does she not have his same last name?
Some people are progressive, Cody.
Yeah.
Some people consider it sexist to take a last name.
Believe it or not, some people don't even have to marry women.
No, I know that.
Mm.
Yeah, you love who you love, Cody.
Yeah,
I get that.
Don't be an asshole about it. Come on.
Just let it go.
We're gonna be inclusive on this podcast.
All right, so so you would put the Raiders higher at 6 then, assuming that the Raiders had a vacant head coaching spot.
If they had a vacant head coaching spot, I'd have them at 1 because you have Khalil Mack, Derek Carr if his back isn't dead.
But as
you're going to Vegas, you're going to have the best stadium in the NFL in 2 years.
Well, are we ranking the team or are we ranking the coach? Because I would put the coach at number 6. But you're putting his higher.
No, you're ranking the team. If I was the coach and I could pick where I wanted to go, I would. If the Raiders job was open, that would be the number 1 job on my list.
I'd agree. I mean, you've got a quarterback, you've got a stud in Khalil Mack, like you said. I'd agree.
Sometimes Cooper catches balls, but it's usually been Crabtree.
Because I mean,
he was good last year.
The other vacancies are the Cardinals, the Bears, the Lions, the Giants, right?
Yeah.
All right. I changed my misunderstanding, and
And next we have the Chicago Bears. I wrote a lot of positive stuff. I'm looking at the notes. Yeah, fuck off. And then I kind of had like a come to Jesus moment with this, where they literally have the second smallest stadium in the NFL, even though they're one of the oldest franchises. They had the worst practice and weightlifting facilities in the NFL, and they just this past year started building new ones because the coach and GM bitched. They don't want to be. They just rely so much on being the Bears is why you want to be here, rather than actually having winning seasons, a nice stadium, nice facilities.
Yeah, but they're a charter franchise.
Yeah, and you know what? That works for dumbass.
And also the
meatballs.
fan base. Do you think they would be happy with a new stadium, or do you think that they want to stay at Soldier Field because it's historic?
I think
the same with Lambeau Field in Green Bay. That place is a total shithole, but they still play there every season and they have no plans for a new stadium.
I think if when they redid Soldier Fields 2002, I think 2001, 2003, somewhere around there, you wouldn't be able to get rid of Soldier Field because it's right after 9/11 and it just probably wouldn't go over well. But it's been
because you're going to build the stadium like the Twin Towers.
No, because the whole
They're
Soldier Field. They're like, you don't like America because it's not going to be Soldier Field. It's going to be Costco Field.
Yeah.
No, I think now nobody would
9/11.
bitch because they've been losing for so long. I think people just want shit that doesn't suck. And stadium blows. Everyone hates it.
Well,
we've been there. It sucks.
Yes,
we worked there.
Yeah.
We 9/11 that place. With
hot dogs. We're gonna be on the list.
Chicago fans in general are fairly nostalgic. I mean, Cub fans don't want new Wrigley Field.
Wow.
I don't care though because we have a World Series. Play wherever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be my guess.
Try to make it about fucking baseball.
Because
already.
of the fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Understanding Cub fans.
Right.
Bears fans are going to be generally the same. They're not going to want the stadium.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's just so much fucking losing that I think anything that would make, because we're never gonna have you're a charter franchise, but you're never gonna host a Super Bowl until you get a new stadium. But they're not gonna build a new stadium because it's family owned. They have no other source of income. The McCaskies, so they're not gonna spend a lot of money. That's why they never spend a lot of money on assistants.
I think the Bears, if they want to be successful, what they should do, we should go back to the old NFC Central. We take back Tampa Bay.
Okay.
We send Chicago to the NFC South. They build a new stadium called the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. That way there's 3 Mercedes-Benz Superdomes all in the same division.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah. If you want to return your team to glory, you tear down 9/11 Field.
Well, I heard you remember Owen Kurtz?
Soldier Field. Not the proposed skyscraper stadium, which I think is genius.
It looks like a toilet, like the bedpans from like hospitals.
Oh,
That's what it looks like to me, more than a
which is
spaceship.
a form of a toilet, I guess.
And shitty football.
Unflushable. Manual.
Do you
flush.
remember Owen Kurtz by
Yes,
chance?
the center.
He told the story.
Also, wasn't he the president of the NFLPA for a while?
I don't
Sounds
know.
right.
Yeah, he might have been.
Because he was the guy that was really big on concussions.
He told a story on the
against
radio.
Concussions. He wasn't for them.
Yeah. He wasn't like, I'm pro concussions. I don't like thinking. Oh, he told a story when they first came out with the new face mask, early 2000s. They're supposed to be a lot lighter than what the NFL had.
Uh-huh.
And the McCaskies would only buy 9 new face masks for the team instead of buying, your whole fucking team. Why buy even fucking 9? Just say, no, we're not getting them or something. It's fucking pointless. Let's look at the positives, though, because I'm getting really depressed. I
Spent a lot of time on the Bears here.
Fuck off.
Right?
They were a top 10 defense this year. So, I mean, you got that.
Fangio?
Mm-hmm. You have, I think Mitchell Trubisky has the potential to be a top 10 quarterback.
I disagree.
Why?
I think he has...
Because you're a Vikings fan?
I think he has the talent, but he's on a team like the Browns, which is, they're going to lose a lot. And I think eventually he's going to get sick of that. He's not on a team like Carson Wentz, who does have... I think they're the same quarterback, honestly. They have the same talent, arm strength, vision, decision-making. I think they're essentially the same quarterback, but Carson Wentz was lucky enough to go to a team like the Eagles.
Yeah.
And they sign a guy like Alshon Jeffrey, put talent around this guy. Trubisky is not in that position at whatsoever.
But he's not that far away
He's
from
going
it.
to have a lot of frustrating seasons.
You got the defense there. They were second in sacks, so you burst past the only spot they're really weak is corner right now.
Josh Jackson.
God damn it. No, they're probably. I bet they take honestly they take a lineman at 8, but. You add Landry at wide receiver, maybe another free agent. You're getting Meredith back. Maybe Kevin White exists. I don't know.
You need a number 1 receiver, and I don't think.
I think Meredith can do number 1 possibly. He's got the size and speed. It's just if he's going to learn the position and his knee's going to be back. And Landry, if you sign him, he's number 1.
But he's a slot receiver.
Yeah, but
you can't have a slot receiver as your number 1 receiver.
If you have to, I mean, isn't Stephon Diggs your guys' number 1?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. The Vikings don't have a number 1 receiver either. But Thielen and Diggs were both slot receivers, and now they're both
and I literally want
outside receivers because of necessity. Because do you remember who our last outside receiver was? It was Charles Johnson.
Right.
So I mean, we've had nothing but slot receivers for years.
Good?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be good.
He was fun to watch for a while.
He had big muscles.
He was a Terrell Pryor type, but he never played quarterback.
Well, you could argue that Terrell Pryor really never did either.
We'll circle back.
Anyway, yeah, no, but the organization as a whole is shit. So that probably I had them ranked at 2 originally when I wrote up this, and I probably dropped them to 4, just ahead of the Colts. 4. Yeah,
I like that you're a realist.
I wasn't at first. I was
fans.
fucking high when I wrote. You see all this?
Yeah, I see.
Anybody that's going to be watching this cannot see what I'm talking about, but I have an insane amount of positives written down in my notes for this team.
One of your positives is Mitch is your QB, which is more of a statement than anything.
It's a positive statement.
Roster is solid. That's good, because any roster in liquid form is... You're going to be able to run right through
also, piss off. I told you before we fucking started this that I write notes that will trigger random thoughts in my brain. So they don't have to make sense on paper. They make my brain work. So, eat my butt. So, oh, that's funny. Well played. Okay, Cardinals are next. Coach retired.
Yeah,
QB retired. So Drew Stanton, who's like a 12-year vet at this point. I forgot he's old.
Yeah, Cody and I talked about
Blaine
this.
Gabbert's actually our starting quarterback, isn't he?
I thought he's
I thought it was
up.
Stanton.
I thought he only signed a 1-year deal. So Blaine Gabbert should be free agent. You guys talk. I'll look it up.
Basically, the quarterback position is open. You get to pick your quarterback.
Correct.
That's attractive.
Well, you say pick your quarterback, but
and
where are they in the draft, though? I mean, you're not gonna just you're not gonna be like, hey, whoever, like you're here now. I mean, you can't just pick.
Well, I mean, there's free agents, obviously. Alex Smith.
You've also got a huge fucking draft class.
I don't know if they're necessarily gonna get rid of Alex Smith either. You can't bank on guys like that. Yeah, he only signed a 1-year deal, so Blaine Gabbert's gone.
Well, I mean, with Carson Palmer retiring, there's this chance that he'll re-sign. But, I mean, still, they need to fill a hole at quarterback because you've got 2 veteran quarterbacks that have not proven themselves in the NFL whatsoever.
I think they're more likely to get Eli Manning before they would get Alex Smith. I think Kansas City wants to trade Alex Smith.
You know, the
Alex Smith's a free agent, isn't he?
No, he's under contract.
Is he?
Yep. I don't know how many years, but because they're excited when he was having actual balls this year because his value was going to go up instead of having to cut or take a late round pick for him. So I need to see. I
think it'd be dumb of the Giants to get rid of Eli, but if they do, again, the draft class for this year is stacked. They could easily find a replacement, and they have talented wide receivers. Say what you will about Brandon Marshall. He's a solid guy.
He's old.
When he's old.
He's bad. But he's also bad.
He can fill that role.
He's also bad.
I mean, look who moved to the outside. Sterling Shepard. He was a slot receiver. You got OBJ on the other side. You move Brandon Marshall into the slot like a Larry Fitzgerald type of
Everything you say about Marshall is wrong, though. He's led the league in drops. He's old, and he's in year 2, which is where people get sick of him. And he ends up getting either cut halfway through the season or they just stop using him because no one wants to deal with this bullshit.
I mean...
He's what, 5th team now from the same shit because no one can fucking stand around him?
The Jets, the Giants, the Bears.
Broncos.
Round 1.
It just says...
I don't know. I think if you move Brandon Marshall to the slot He's going to run those short to
He's not gonna stay
intermediate
healthy.
routes. I think he'd be just fine.
His ego's too big to move to the slot.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
He's a piece of shit. I mean, it's just what it's at this point.
I don't know. I don't even know why I'm defending Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, I don't know why you are either. It's kind of...
I was saving all this fury for the podcast.
Yeah, coming off of number 15. So they're not going to have a great... But no one's talking about Josh Allen in the top two. Everyone's Rosen or Donald. So where Baker Mayfield, where is he going to go? They could actually maybe get a QB at 15 or trade up
Right.
at with the Bears or something at 8 and nab somebody if they fall.
So I mean, we think Eli Manning's going to get cut, even though we all agree that it's a bad decision.
I don't know if he's going to get cut because I think most of these guys that are coming out, you're going to want to let them sit a year, especially if they take Rosen, that they're going to sit him and like media coach him to how to deal with New York media.
We got the Bears drafting ahead of New York, so I mean, there's always
the Bears are at 8.
Browns, not Bears. Sorry.
Yeah, they're drafting at 1. I actually think they might take the fucking Penn State running back at 1 and they take a QB at 4.
Yeah, they do kind of weird stuff in their draft.
Honestly,
they would have gone after.
He's the best player in the draft. I would take him at 1 too, and then you could basically take your pick of QBs at 3, or even trade up because you have enough capital.
Because didn't they think the Browns were going to take Trubisky?
Yes,
last
and the
year?
Bears held him off.
Right.
And it was a brilliant thing that
And they ended up getting Kaiser in the second round.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
And that didn't work
I really
out.
thought he was going to be great too.
I did not. I called that a mile
His
away.
deep ball's so sexy, and I fell in love
When
with
you're
it.
not good in college, you cannot translate to the
but
NFL.
I hate Brian Kelly, so I just wouldn't.
He's
play
the
him
Matt
all the time.
Castle of the Browns. Matt Castle didn't even play in college, and I would go one step further and say that Deshaun Kaiser also did not play in college.
He only had like 1 year starting, right? Not even that, because he got
Probably
benched.
a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm not going to look it up because I do not give a shit about Deshaun Kaiser.
I have players like to go there because it's West Coast, nice weather. David Johnson, you have Fitzgerald.
He re-upped for one more year, right?
Yeah,
He
and
will definitely be retiring. I'm almost surprised after the Carson Palmer announcement that Larry didn't change his mind.
or if he asked to be let go, maybe go to the Patriots or something.
Nah, he'd go
Vikings.
to Minnesota.
Why?
He's a Minnesota boy.
He's from Minnesota.
Yeah,
he
but
was
if
a
he
ball
wants,
boy.
if he wants to have an actual quarterback throwing to him, it would be nice to go to a team with a real QB.
You know, Case Keenum was second in the NFL at QBR.
Yeah, I know.
this
And I
year.
really like
and
him.
then Sam Bradford was number 1 in QBR, and as a matter of fact, set an NFL record for QBR
But,
last year.
But I talked to you about efficiency is misleading for QBs. Like, high percentage is great. Brian Hoyer had a great high percentage.
Yeah,
but
and
he
then,
sucked
you go
ass.
13-3.
That was
then
Brian Hoyer.
You get a first round bye. And if Philadelphia loses, you get home field advantage through the playoffs. I mean, yeah, no, definitely with you on that.
I like Case Keenum, and I think he could possibly be the next Kurt Warner. I'm just giving you shit. Negatives. I don't know. I couldn't think. I made up some negatives. I couldn't really think of anything.
The negatives on the Arizona Cardinals, their
there's-
defense.
Their defense,
Yeah.
their skill position players after Larry Fitzgerald aren't special.
Right.
I mean, you have David Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald,
Right.
and that's it.
I'm honestly surprised that the Brown boys, the Brown twins, John Brown and
They're not twins. They're not even
they have
related.
the same last name. They're both the same wide receiver.
Really
Who's
racist,
the
actually.
other Brown? Who's the other Brown? It's
Jerron
Brown and John Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
JJ Brown?
Yes.
JJ Nelson.
Separated at birth, long tragic story. They come back together in the NFL, and now they're superstar wide receivers for the piss
Born
poor
homeless in
Arizona
India.
Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of a big pile of bleh. I guess I'm just gonna put them at 3 just because. They're better. At least they have a stadium, a nice stadium.
Yeah.
And
Three's a good number.
Their
and if I'm a
division-
coach and I get to pick my quarterback, essentially, I think that's an attractive.
they don't get
option.
to pick as well as the other teams we haven't. Well, actually, only one team left that actually can pick a QB. The other ones you're stuck with them. So next, New York
It's kind of
Giants.
weird. It's kind of weird that every single team that we have marked down here, other than the Bears, they. No, I'm gonna retract what I was gonna say.
All right.
I'll just keep it right up here.
So
No,
next,
you won't have to hear how stupid it was going to sound.
the next we have are the Giants. I had for positives, you're getting a big market. You can either have Eli Manning or not. So it just depends on how you view Eli Manning. If you want a veteran, because you're going to draft a QB at 2, I think you have to. And also, for a negative and a positive, I have OBJ. Because I think he's going to be one of those guys who never wins shit because he's too much of a fucking head case. He's going to be Brandon Marshall, basically.
He's got the talent, though. I think
So
if he
Brandon
had...
Marshall.
I think if he... Huh?
So Brandon Marshall.
He has more talent than Brandon Marshall had.
Yeah.
He
by
went
far.
Yeah, but he likes to go get high on boats, do cocaine before playoff games, and then have a one-catch game.
Yeah, but wasn't he hurt? I mean,
No, he was high.
another type of injury, I
And
guess.
fighting kicking nets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He apologized for that kicking net.
That was dumb. That was dumb. That's crazy.
He proposed to it. Actually.
Crazy
He
people.
proposed to the
He
kicking
proposed
net?
to the kicking net.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, that was dumb.
I mean, if I kicked a woman, the next thing I would do is not propose to her.
That's what Kobe Bryant did. Oh no, he cheated on her.
He cheated.
That's right.
Yeah, he
Allegedly.
raped someone.
Allegedly. He paid her a lot of money for him not to be guilty.
No.
The only thing I have that I actually think is really bad there is the old GM really fucked them up because he spent a dickload of money in free agency over the last 2 or 3 years trying to win now. You can't do that shit in the NFL. You fuck up your cap.
Isn't the Mara family in control of the Giants still though?
They are also in control of Roger Goodell. That's why Ezekiel Elliott got suspended.
What?
He's the right-hand man for Goodell, essentially.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was Kraft with the Patriots.
They always go after the Patriots. I don't think he's the right-hand man.
Yeah, and
for
Jerry
Goodell.
Jones. Jerry Jones is always shitting on Roger Goodell. I mean, not in the same way that Bill Belichick and I'm really crumbling here. No, what I was trying to say is Jerry Jones is convincing Roger Goodell to suspend people like Ezekiel Elliott based on negative, because he's so negative. He does exactly what Trump does in the office. He just shits on people until you break to their whim.
I have the Giants job at 1. Because you get to pick your QB. You're in New York.
And Brandon Marshall's there in the
You're-
slot.
He's going to get cut. I guarantee you. Because they're going to start slicing to get cap space. So when their QBs actually develop, they can get him more help. Oh, they also have probably the worst left tackle in football. So you should probably draft a left tackle.
Olin Cruz? Who is their left tackle?
Flowers? That sound right? Because everyone was blasting him on Twitter.
Oh.
Because he kept getting beat every play when they had a primetime game. Now, I have him at 1. I think it's a more moldable position than anywhere else. And you get to pick your QB, literally, probably.
Okay. I mean, that still leaves us the...
I was thinking too, but...
I mean, so we're putting...
It's
Detroit's the last team to
Right.
talk about, so we put them at 2.
I forgot it was Detroit that was the team left. I would probably put them at 4 and bump the Bears job a little bit ahead of it. Because I do not like Matthew Stafford.
Wait, didn't we put the Raiders at 1?
We took the Raiders off.
The Raiders
We said if they would have been
So
there.
we went from a top 5 to a top 6?
No, other way around.
I'm going to murder you.
Top 6 to a top 5. Crumbling.
No, Matthew Stafford's bad.
Should
And
go
he's getting
back to
paid
my
a lot of
wacky-
money.
Wacky antics.
Although they got really good receivers and a pretty damn good defense. You know what? Changed my mind. They're back at 2.
I think... Who? The Lions?
Lions. I'll keep them at 2,
Yeah.
personally.
Okay.
Because that
And put the
division.
Bears at 10.
You're only really going to compete with Minnesota right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think the Packers are going to be any good. Because they're
Packers are a dumpster fire.
they didn't change
They have to cut
anything.
Aaron Rodgers.
I think they finally realize...
Yeah, why the fuck did I have to cut Aaron Rodgers? It's literally in the rules. It's
Yeah.
bullshit. That fucking
It's-
makes me mad.
Well, it's because he makes so much money in that market.
Yes.
Though fucking, as much as I'm not a Cowboys fan, Ezekiel Elliott gets. The police say he didn't do it. They have the evidence shown that he got set up through text. NFL fights their asses off to suspend him. The Packers literally violated a rule, and they're just not going to do anything about it because it'd be inconvenient. It's fucking stupid. NFL's stupid. Okay.
And nobody knows what a catch is, damn it.
Yeah, no, fuck, yeah. Save it for another podcast. We're not there yet. It's not one of the downs.
Yeah, we got the entire offseason to figure out what the fuck a catch is.
All right, so second down, college football playoffs. I'm gonna let you guys mostly talk about this. I don't know.
Wait, can we recap on this?
You want to recap?
Top
Yeah, we
six?
should recap. That's probably smart.
Run down the
We're
rankings.
learning.
So number one, Raiders.
I'm gonna fucking murder you. No, Giants.
We put the Giants number one.
Giants were 1.
Detroit.
Lions were 2.
Arizona number
was
3.
3.
Bears at 4.
Bears at 4, and then Colts at 5.
Or you could honestly could tie them for being shit
And
too.
then Raiders at 6.
They're both tied at 10.
Oh, fuck you. 11 out of 10.
I would put the Patriots job ahead of them.
I think the fact that we've made words most of the time is pretty good accomplishment.
Honestly, if we just next time, let's not even video this, and we'll just read our texts to each other. Just we've got the script. I mean, that's all we do is talk football all day, every day.
And about Iowa.
My cat is so stressed out at home because I don't cuddle him because I'm too busy texting you guys about football and why Brandon Marshall should be in the slot. Why wouldn't he be in the slot, Brock?
Every night, kid's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta answer these texts because I'll have like 6 go off from you guys." I'm like, "I'm not part of the conversation. If I don't text now, they're gonna forget about me." Or what if they actually said my name in this? They want my opinion this time. You don't know. Stop asking me to cuddle.
Moving on to second down, we will talk about the college. Not the college playoffs. It is the college playoffs.
Yeah.
The second down. I'm actually excited about this because I have a lot of heated opinions.
You want to go ahead and give your Ohio State presentation first to start it
Yeah,
out?
no, I mean, you could find that video on Facebook, so we don't need to rehash that. I
Is
mean,
it,
I made a lot of good points, and I convinced a lot of people.
Was that Nitwit?
Yeah, millions
Be
of people.
on the same page, right?
Yeah. No, it's on 2 different pages. No, that
It's
was
on
a
this
Facebook
page.
video.
Was it Nitwit? No, Nitwit's on
Nitwit's
this page.
on this page.
So you're saying we should watch Nitwit?
But you're
Watch
talking about the debate at Brewer's wedding,
Yes.
and you're talking about the Nick video.
Oh,
Correct.
you're plugging my show?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the...
That was a whole bit I thought we were doing.
No.
Oh.
Man.
I was literally doing a bit to promote your show. This
might be the only episode of this podcast
Yeah.
that ever gets...
I wrote that in the script.
I
that you
apologize to
skipped.
the entirety of the internet. No, the college football playoffs. So Georgia's in, Alabama's in, and they will be in the national championship. Clemson is out, and
Alabama should not be in.
who
Though.
else lost?
Oklahoma.
Clemson and Oklahoma lost.
Baker Mayfield.
Is
Shit's
it?
bad.
Yeah, poopy head. But no.
Yeah, because he got his field goal blocked.
Too busy grabbing his dick to throw touchdown passes, huh?
No, he was threatening the other team.
Honestly, I
Cut
didn't
their
mind the dick
throats.
grabbing thing though, because fuck Kansas.
Right?
They're being shitty.
Right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Anyway, so I don't know shit about.
So yeah,
college
so
football, this is
Alabama's
you guys.
in the national championship game, and my argument is that they should not be in the playoffs whatsoever.
They didn't win the fucking or they
'Cause-
didn't have to play an extra game like Ohio State did.
Exactly.
If Ohio State would have set out 2, then I think Ohio State has a better chance of getting in.
Right.
They hurt themselves by winning their conference title
Yeah, almost.
by beating Wisconsin.
But Alabama didn't even make their conference championship.
Right,
It was
and
between
so
Auburn and Georgia.
So they didn't have to play, so they can't get hurt. But by defeating Wisconsin, that hurt Ohio State.
Yeah.
So it's fucking dumb. It should be at least 6 teams. I think
Right.
8, because UCF didn't fucking get anything.
Right.
They went undefeated.
Yeah, they're even celebrating their perfect season and their national championship, which honestly they have every right to because the college playoff committee is bullshit.
It's dumb.
I think honestly, if we went back to the AP rankings and kept the playoffs to just get rid of this 13-headed
It's shitty,
abortion of
yeah.
a committee.
They're just not consistent. I mean, last year they put in Ohio State, right?
Right. And that was arguable too.
Right. They win the Big No, they didn't win the Big Ten last year.
No, Penn State did.
Penn State did. Right. So they jumped Ohio State because they said Ohio State had a stronger schedule.
Right.
Right. That was it. They said Ohio State had a stronger schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They jumped them, and then this year Alabama doesn't play anybody.
Right.
Has a terrible schedule,
right.
and they're like, oh, well, they're just Alabama. They're better.
Right.
I mean,
Because the 3
There's
key
no-
components that the playoff committee looks for is strength of schedule, But that would be number 4 is money. Strength of schedule, conference wins, and head-to-head matchups against rival opponents.
And if your name is Alabama.
And if your name is Alabama, you get in. But Ohio State won their conference. They had a much stronger strength of schedule
Better
than Alabama.
conference.
And they won all their head-to-head matchups except Oklahoma, but they're already in the playoffs. So you could argue,
It was a close first half.
Close first half.
Second half was
A little rough.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then a blowout by Iowa, which essentially that's what kept them out of the.
I would apologize for that, but
I accidentally
I'm not
typed
sorry at all.
Alabama football sex instead of schedule.
Check out that. Did you know Jim Irsay he got a sext to his phone, and then he tweeted it? How messed up is that guy? Is he an alcoholic?
Spread Eagle. She was shaved, if I remember correctly.
She was, and
That's what you want right there.
well, it was a
Sorry.
little meaty.
He started talking about
I mean, their best win was Mississippi State, right? Their best win was Mississippi State on the road.
Well, also bullshit that they still have Florida State at 3 because they were a garbage ass team.
Right.
So you can't say
that's
they beat
a
them
6-16. Florida State's a 6-16. So that's a BS win. Then they don't.
You
play,
shouldn't
they
even
don't
start
play
ranking
anybody.
until like week 6 of the college football season, because that whole having preseason rankings and Florida State being 3 is a big reason Alabama undeservedly got in.
Well, I think that this website's bullshit because typically
And Florida State was 5 too. I thought, right?
no, they were 3.
Were they 3?
But it'll change. Like
This is really entertaining because everyone can see this.
no, I know. Well, I'm just
You're like, look at this, everybody.
I'm just pointing to keep my mind focused.
Okay.
But like the strength of schedule changes week to week. So when while Florida State's losing, they're a worse team as they keep losing as they go to 6-6.
So the strength of
LSU
schedule should be
ranked?
redetermined after the season, before
Right.
the conference championships.
Right, yeah, like reset, like almost like basketball does.
It's the same way. I mean, it changes every single week.
Right.
The whatever formula they use changes every week because teams win and lose. Like I said, like Florida State's a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know, they looked like a great win or a great schedule. You know, per preseason when they're ranked 3rd, but then they go to 6-6 and now they're crappy. So
I still say we go back to the AP coaches poll. I have no problem with a coaches vote on who's the top 25.
I think there's a far less chance of bias happening, honestly.
The only problem with that is coaches, they're focused on their program, right? Urban Meyer doesn't give a shit about anybody else but Ohio State.
No, he cares about God.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about anybody else but Ohio State.
Could be a team, maybe the best team.
There's so much that the coaches...
Anyone on Team God, those are the worst fans.
And a lot of times it's not even the coaches that are actually voting in that poll. It's
their wives.
It's some assistant that they're saying, hey, put in my vote.
They shave their vote in their vagina and then they send it to Jim Irsay.
No, if it's Rich Rodriguez that's showing his dick to every assistant. You didn't see that story?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he got...
Why do you know all this random...
I don't know. It was a big news story. Because he's technically a state employee in Arizona.
Yeah.
And he, a bunch of his assistants, he was like telling basically I was going to pound the shit out of him with his dick. And I think they said he'd like pull out his dick and show him and stuff.
All of that?
Yeah.
He left? He resigned or...
No, I thought when he resigned, he's like, oh, we'll prove these allegations wrong. And this chick was like, I have photos and text proving that you did. He's like, oh shit.
No, it just happened like a couple days ago. He left Arizona, and
they fired him.
Okay.
And then he was like, I didn't fucking do it. Don't rap with that mic. You gotta talk into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a fucked up story, and he should probably go to jail. Like that's all a bunch of sexual harassment. But that's not fun to talk about.
Yeah. So the college football playoff.
Right.
Alabama and Georgia.
Dicks aside, please.
An SEC matchup, which is based on bullshit.
It's all kinds of dumb. How many? They already played once, right? Or did they play twice?
No, Georgia played Auburn in the conference championship. I don't believe Alabama played Georgia at all.
Back.
Because Georgia's losses were both to Auburn, wasn't it? Didn't they lose to Auburn twice? Or no, they beat Auburn in the conference championship, but they lost.
They didn't play Georgia.
They lost to Auburn earlier in the year.
That's right, because they're on the other side.
They split.
They're in the other
Big Ten.
My bad.
Right.
They don't have a Leaders and Legends division, so they're obviously bitches.
Yeah, Big Ten.
Yeah. Worst fuck. The last NCAA football game is still Leaders and Legends on there.
Is it really?
It's fucking ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Or awesome. Either way.
It's very bad. Call it farts and queefs. It's stupid.
Point is,
So
the national championship game is dumb. I'm not even gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Monday night. What's it like? Why is it gonna be Monday night?
What happens on Monday night right now?
Yeah, now everybody's still on Christmas vacation, aren't they? So
No.
I mean, you schedule it to the tail end of Christmas.
Well,
Does not everybody get a month off for Christmas in this? Did they just talk about Christmas for 3 months, and then we're not allowed to? We have to work through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think you're lying. I think everybody's
Why
off.
can't it be a Saturday? College football is Saturday. Why can't it be a Saturday night?
Yeah.
Because monies.
On a Monday night? How are they making money on a Monday night?
Because no one's going out on Monday night. They're going to stay home and watch TV.
So nobody's going to the stadium?
Well, no, the TV money's where most of your money's coming from, right?
They just play the game at Soldier Field in the toilet bowl.
Bedpan, please.
The bedpan.
Bedpan.
Yeah. So that's enough college football for me. Unless you guys want to keep going.
No, I mean we made our point. Alabama should not be in the championship.
Fuck
Bullshit.
Alabama and fuck that state in general because it's a terrible.
UCF
place.
got snubbed, Auburn got snubbed, and the Ohio State got snubbed.
Illinois didn't have a Big Ten win.
They didn't. You're right.
No, I don't think they did.
Did they go
last
defeated?
year. Very much
They didn't
so.
win a single game
for at least the last 8 years.
Yeah.
No, it's very depressing, and most of their talent transferred.
Yeah.
Okay, so third down, we're gonna do QB rankings and draft predictions. I decided for some reason to call this Cody's Corner since he's technically our college football expert.
Loose quotes
So
there.
we'll kind of let him.
Yeah, what's with the quotes?
'Cause
Are you implying that he's not here?
Good qualifier, I guess, if anybody actually watches this to know about Cody, is he thought Johnny Manziel was going to be very good in the NFL. So
take that with a grain of salt.
yeah, that just
My bad.
has to be thrown out there.
Yeah, it turns out you have to play in college to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
And Johnny Manziel didn't play in
No,
college.
not Matt Castle.
He actually did play in college.
He was on a team in college. I wouldn't say that he played, though.
He won a Heisman in college.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, there's no way.
Yes.
He probably got that paid for just like all his arrests get dropped because his daddy has lots of money.
Yeah.
And he's white.
That's
So
very true.
a lot of polls have Josh Rosen ranked as number 1, and I don't know much on Josh Rosen. I like the guy. He's an NFL style
He's
quarterback.
the chosen one.
He's
He's the
6'4",
chosen one.
right?
The
He's
Rosen
6'4".
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have everything
He's
written
6'4", 210. So
down.
he's a
Is he in
little.
the
He's a
camera?
little thin.
Is
Am I in
he
the
leaned
camera?
out of it?
Can you guys see me?
Oh, you have a...
Oh! I have the whole system.
You're operating the board, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're in.
Okay.
You're in.
Okay, go ahead then.
Are we doing my rankings?
Well, we're gonna have you tell us why you first name. Which
Why Lamar Jackson?
you go
is
Josh
number
Rosen
1.
because that's what you have written down. But yeah, we're just gonna talk about how we do this podcast while we're doing the podcast.
Lamar Jackson to the Browns.
So get one person, tell us their strengths and weaknesses, and where you think they are gonna get drafted, basically, and then we'll rebuttal or agree.
Okay. You told me to rank them 1 through 5. So,
I say a lot of things.
Drew Lock.
so I'm
Drew
just-
Lock, obviously number 1.
You know how many times I
gonna-
rewrote this script because fucking Nick didn't understand
So-
what I was saying?
so I'm just
Twice.
gonna go off of what you originally told me.
All right, you go with that.
Like I said, you told me to rank them 1 through 5. So at 5, I have Luke Falk from Washington State. Honestly, there's a lot of guys that you could pull at 5. Yes.
Who is Luke Falk?
Ooh, yeah.
No, Luke Falk is.
I
number-
legitimately
Luke-
don't know who
Luke
that
Falk
is.
is solid. Last
Luke
year,
Falk from Washington
yeah,
State.
he had a
That's
better
what I said.
season last year, and he should have.
Is
left
he like
early.
Jake Locker? Doesn't Jake Locker go to Washington State?
Washington.
Washington. He went to Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much.
No, Luke
about
Falk
football.
goes to Washington State.
This is literally the first time I'm hearing this guy's name, so I know nothing. I can give no opinions on this kid.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take your word for it on this guy.
Yeah.
Words for it.
Yeah. And like I said, honestly, there's probably like 3 or 4 guys you could have brought in at 5. I went with Luke Falk, but Drew Lock, Riley Ferguson, Nick Shimonek, like you could have basically thrown a dart and picked any one of those guys at 5. Really.
Drew Lock, Mason Rudolph.
We haven't gotten Mason Rudolph yet.
If he's he better be in the top 5.
Yes,
Otherwise, I'm
Mason-
shutting this
According
podcast
to
down.
Rudolph is in the
Scott
top
Wright's NFL Draft Countdown, he has Luke Falk at Washington State. You keep talking. I'm just gonna read about his breakdown on here too. Wow, he's a goofy looking motherfucker though.
He's a big dude. He's got a good arm.
They haven't
But
updated anything. Yeah, 6'4",
the accuracy-
223.
yeah, he's got good.
4.85.
Luke Falk.
Yeah,
He's a
and he runs a
Luke Falk.
4.85.
I got him hit at 205 here on this 6'4", 205.
223 according to the official
I didn't write it
bio on NFL Draft Countdown.
Big kid.
So his weight is always changing. So he can't control how he eats and how he starves himself. So he's binging and purging before every game, every
Sounds
season.
right.
So it's like
So that's a negative that I would put
Probably
on
is
Luke
a
Falk, and
negative.
probably why he's so low at number 5.
Probably, or it's his accuracy. One of the two.
is Cyberlink the editing software you downloaded?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I
Yes.
saw it. Okay, I was gonna try to use it later. Anyway, continue. Sorry. What the
that's
fuck?
really all I have on Luke Falk.
This can't be right. JT Perry is not number 2.
No, there's no way.
What's wrong with this?
That's really all I have on Luke Falk, unless you have any more to add.
No, I just said he should have came out last year. He was coming off a good season. He did have statistically a better season this year. He had a higher completion percentage, not much. He went from 67 to 70. He threw more yardage and he threw more touchdowns. But I mean, they play a spread offense at Washington State, so I mean, all those numbers are inflated.
Right.
But I like Luke Falk. I think he's going to succeed in the NFL with the right team. This year I'd have him at number 5. Last year I'd probably have him at 2 or 3.
The way your guys are describing him, would he be a Kirk Cousins-esque guy? Like, you take him at 4, even if you have a QB, because he might be a guy you can either trade or...
I don't like Kirk
Look it up.
Cousins, so I'm gonna say no.
I meant more the situation.
But
than
a lot of
actual
my
talent.
I would say he's similar to Cousins. Yes, he's
Yeah.
not going to be a first round guy.
I have a
don't think
secret
by any
hard
means.
on for Michigan State QBs, man. I don't know
he's
what
gonna
it
be
is.
that late round sleeper. I would say mid round.
I would.
With it-
He's a day 2.
With this quarterback
He's a day
class, I think they're gonna fly off the board, all of them. You know.
2.
He didn't have his draft thing updated. I didn't even see Josh Allen up. Oh, because he doesn't put up underclassmen. Josh Allen's not underclassman, though, is he?
You remember when you were gonna?
He's a junior.
When you remember
But
when
he's declared.
at the beginning of third down you said you were gonna let us take this over because you like.
Oh, I like the
No,
QB talk. I just didn't give a shit about college football
All right.
playoffs.
Who do you got at 4,
Next,
Cody? Who
next
do you got
at 4. At 4, I had Sam Darnold at 4 originally.
That's really low according to everyone else.
Yeah.
I agree
here's-
with you, though.
But here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
sold on him.
Here's the thing. He's out of my top 5.
Why are you stopping?
You had him
I
at 4.
had Sam Darnold at 4, and after watching him poop himself in the Ohio
You
State
can
game,
say shit.
I can say shit.
Yeah.
After he shit
And
himself,
fuck you, too, if you want.
after he shit himself against Ohio State, he's out of my top 5. I'm not. I mean, I see what the scouts see, right? I think he's got a good arm.
Yeah.
But his accuracy is bad.
I agree with you so much right now. It's making me really worried.
He's got that Cam Newton attitude.
I'm so married to make fun of you, and you're
his
saying everything I
accuracy is
think.
bad.
He's got fat face. Got Jay Cutler face.
He's got happy feet.
He does.
Which is terrible for a quarterback. But he looks like he's scared. He looks like.
Can I interrupt you for 1
Yes.
second? I watched, because for the top guys, I actually watched like all their highlights for the past year. You're right. He fucking bounced around the pocket. In his highlight tape, I think I saw maybe 2 throws from the pocket. Because he gets happy feet and he fucking takes off every time. He makes no throws from the pocket that are highlight worthy.
Yeah, I don't like his throwing motion for one.
agree.
It's long. He's got a really long
and
release.
he stares down receivers.
And everything ends up at people's feet. He almost never throws the ball like
Their feet, huh?
their feet. This far in, I said something that stupid. I think I did pretty well. But no,
Well, considering, I mean, this was supposed to be Cody's corner on third down.
no, but I agree with him so much. I'm excited. I have all this happiness that I'm not making fun of him right now.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. But
So we all agree that Sam Darnold.
But they think he's going to go 1 or 2.
Is bad. Yeah, which is nuts.
I
I
don't understand.
like I
it.
said, I see the arm strength, but that's it. I mean, that's it.
Somebody's going to overdraft for him.
So instead
Probably
of
the
Sam
Browns.
Darnold at 4, probably the Browns. The Browns are that dumb.
And honestly, I'm surprised he only threw 13 interceptions.
I felt like he
It felt like he threw a lot more.
It felt like a lot more. So instead of Sam Darnold at 4, I have Mason Rudolph
Yes, that's my boy.
It's really easy.
Let's talk us some Mason Rudolph.
It's really easy to say he's a system quarterback. He's coming from Oklahoma State, coming from the Big 12, where they don't play defense.
Here's all his
It's
stats
actually
if you
frowned
need 'em.
upon to cover wide receivers in the Big 12. I don't know if
Is
you guys
it?
know that or not.
He's got jokes.
But
This is Cody's corner. He can say whatever he wants. He can say shit if he wants.
everybody in the NFL is a system quarterback. Matt Ryan was an MVP last year, and he was a system quarterback.
He's also bad.
Cam Newton is not a system quarterback.
He's also bad.
Russell Wilson, not a
Case
system
Keenum,
quarterback.
Case Keenum's a system quarterback.
Case
this year.
Keenum is not a system quarterback. He's a spread offense quarterback.
Yeah, or West Coast.
But I don't want to say everybody runs a system in the NFL, right?
That I disagree.
Well,
with.
that's semantics, man.
You can always kick a field goal.
Everybody-
Watch the Bears
everybody-
offense. That wasn't a system. That was run, pass.
Well, it
Run,
was
run,
it
pass.
was
Which is another system.
it was right. It's a different system.
So
right?
all quarterbacks are system quarterbacks.
Exactly.
All right. So moving on.
Every quarterback's a system quarterback. So I don't understand why we always knock college quarterbacks for being system quarterbacks. If a kid can throw, he can throw.
I think
It's not his fault. He's in a system where he throws 60 times a game.
Yeah.
If he can throw, he can throw, right? And I think Mason Rudolph can throw. He needs to develop again accuracy.
Accuracy. Yeah.
But I think he can throw. I think he's a good kid.
He's my boy.
I like him a lot.
I watched 2 games on him, and I don't break down analysis because I'm not qualified to do that. I just know when I like somebody,
Right.
and I like Mason Rudolph.
I think anybody's qualified to break down this stuff because, like,
If he
when
sent
you have
me-
kids, they just send you home with them. They didn't fucking check anything.
If he sent me a picture, if Mason Rudolph sent me a picture of his shaved vagina, I would put it on Twitter. I wouldn't even apologize or say my account got hacked. That's how much I love Mason Rudolph.
Matt Miller Bleacher Report has Sam Darnold at 2. I don't understand
that's
that.
crazy.
He's got Josh Allen all the way down to I don't want to count, but it's like 8.
I'm gonna guess that's who we're talking about next. You got Josh Allen at
I'm just gonna
3.
cheat and tell you.
I do have Josh Allen 3.
It's a low, man.
Well, 'cause in my head, I'm making his list in my head, and I'm just taking guesses. And so far, I'm 3 for 3. So,
Really?
yeah, I like Luke
You had
Falk.
Luke Falk at 5?
I like Luke Falk. I hate Sam Darnold, so I'm glad that you took him out. I definitely agree with that.
Did you look at my list when I got up and went to the
I didn't actually. No, I'm legitimately guessing. I'm guessing. I think you have Lamar Jackson at 1.
No.
I know that. I know that's a joke. That's a joke, folks.
But what did you say his potential was originally before I made fun of it?
We will get there.
Okay, all right.
we got a lot to talk about.
We will
Brock.
get
Right.
there. Yes, Josh
Is it
Allen.
weird if I just walk and pee in the middle of a... I'm not going to pee on the podcast, but if I go pee while he talks
Yeah,
about
we'll
it.
just sit here silently, starting now.
Not that I don't value your opinion. I just really have to pee.
Well, go ahead.
All right.
But yes, I do have Josh Allen. Are you going to pee right there?
No, I think I just tore my hamstring now.
Oh. I thought you were like spread eagling the camera there for a minute.
Bringing it full circle, right back.
I
to
hate the
Mercer.
Bears, but that is a good-looking jersey.
I know.
You're welcome.
I'm not... I've never found a orange one as nice as this one. It's pretty awesome. Thank you. I'm going to go pee now.
Good luck. Godspeed.
No,
Okay.
that girl's vagina was like really meaty. It didn't look right. It's very hot, very trim. You didn't see her face in the photo; it's cropped. But
Right.
you knew what he was talking about.
I knew it was. I didn't see it.
I never
but
heard
I knew
that
what he was talking
until
about.
today, and I'm absolutely floored by it. But anyway, yes, Josh Allen at 3. I agree.
I have Josh Allen 3.
Mhm.
For me, he's really an X factor.
Mhm.
I like what the tape has. I like his arm strength and all that. But and maybe this is me just being an Iowa guy. But when he played Iowa week 1,
Mm-hmm.
terrible.
Yeah.
Bad. It was bad. I mean, his receivers couldn't get open, so that's a problem, and that's not his
Well,
fault.
Iowa caused problems for. I mean, what the season before they went 9-2, 9-3. Iowa did. They won 9 games.
Oh,
I
God,
don't know
how did we get on
losses.
Iowa?
But
Talking
they're
about Josh Allen.
Oh, okay.
yeah. No, their defense has been solid. They've given every single team trouble.
Yeah, but I mean, week 1 they got in his face, right?
Mhm.
His offensive line wasn't. He played at Wyoming. His offensive line isn't great. His receivers aren't great.
Oh.
But they got in his face. They knocked him down, and it clearly rattled him. And then against other, that was really probably the best defense he played all season. I mean, he had a decent bowl game. He threw 3 touchdowns, but he threw for like 150 yards. So
174 yards.
I think he was kind of trying to save himself too.
I don't know. I mean, I see the talent, but
He reminds me
he
of Carson
hasn't.
Wentz.
I can see Carson
Small
Wentz.
school guy.
I can see Carson Wentz. I can see Joe
Huge
Flacco.
upside.
I mean, I can see that him,
Well,
him being the next
Ben
small school guy.
Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger, right? Who also lost to Iowa, by the way.
Fuck off. God damn it. You're kicked off the podcast.
But we just had to see it. I mean, he could be the best quarterback, of this draft far and away.
Depending on the team.
Depending on the team.
I think if he goes to a team like Arizona or New York, I think those two are good
those
teams.
Good fits, right? But if the Browns take him, if the Browns take anybody, they're fucked,
He's
but-
not ranked anywhere, though. I think he's number one. He would have been number one last year. That's who I wanted.
Last year he had a number one receiver too. This year he didn't have.
Yeah, it was Tanner Gentry who was on the Bears and cleared waivers 3 times in the NFL because he's that fucking bad.
It was somebody else.
It was because he was on there. I'm just gonna assume
He wasn't the number one receiver. I don't remember who his number one receiver was, but I know that he lost his number one receiver, lost their leading rusher from last year. So then basically this year was all on Josh Allen. And I mean, yes, part of it is.
If you look at his stats are terrible.
Yeah.
He only threw 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, that's half of a season.
He had a really bad team around him. So I don't know. I don't know how much of that is his bad team.
Yeah.
Or how much of that is that he just can't carry the load. I don't know.
small
I
school
don't
guys
know. I
are
don't know what's in his head.
always gonna be rolling the dice.
I think he's just kind of an X factor. I could you can easily make a case for being number one, but there's also a lot of unknown, I think, there.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
It's a lot of the physical stuff though that with him.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, that's how you can argue physically. I would say he's probably the best physically.
And I mean, if you're riding the high of the NFL, he's physically comp to Wentz.
Oh, for sure.
And I don't know. It excites me more than anybody else in this class. He seems to be more of what the NFL is going towards to be the ideal quarterback than anybody else.
But unless he has a really good combine, I think he's going to go under the radar because of his stats at Wyoming. That's going to hurt him a lot. But I think I bet you he puts out a solid pro day and he has a good combine.
It'll come down to his pro day.
Yeah.
Because he won't throw the combine. Nobody throws the combine.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it only hurts him to throw because he's a first round pick. I think still he has to be at this point.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to go above Rosen and Darnold probably, and they're not going to throw, so they're not going to go down.
Right.
Like, the whole QB scouting thing is fucking weird in the NFL. Combine.
So number 2, Cody has Baker Mayfield at number 2.
I do not.
Fuck off! You have Josh Rosen at 2, and you have
Rosen.
Baker Mayfield at 1.
I do.
Fuck the top 5. Fuck this podcast. I want to go home. This is bullshit.
When you get the Mayfield, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong on so many levels.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pissed off. I'd say skip number 2. Let's get right down to this Baker Mayfield bullshit.
Yeah, let's just go.
I have it on my computer right now. Baker Mayfield pulled up because I want to read all the information while you're about to talk to him, and you're saying Josh Rosen is number 2. This is shit. Now I got to go all the way back to the top of the page.
You could have just followed the script. The only change I made was dropping off Sam Darnold.
Well, I knew Sam Darnold wasn't going to be in your top 5. I don't trust our whole friendship now. All right, why is Sam Rosen number 2 and why is Baker Mayfield or Josh Rosen? Why is
you fucking
I'm
rattled?
so frustrated.
Goddamn.
Why is Josh Rosen number 2, Cody? Please explain to the viewers who are just as pissed off as I am.
Yeah, all us when we watch it later.
Josh Rosen might be the safest pick of all these guys. He's the chosen one.
The Rosen one.
Yes, Brock.
But isn't everyone pissed because he is willing to speak his mind? Is that going to hurt him? Are you dropping him because he's smart?
I don't give a shit about.
Okay,
that.
I didn't know if you get kind of baseball meatheady. I didn't know if you're getting football meatheady.
I don't give a shit about that.
Okay. I was just making sure because Chris Carter's dumbass was talking about that on whatever his stupid ass show is called. So just checking.
No, I don't give a shit about that. I mean, like I said, I think he's probably the safest. He's
also only 20.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you still have him at 2. When
Yeah.
you could probably have this kid for 16, 17 years playing high level. Okay. Just reminding you of those things.
I'll say again, because I keep getting interrupted.
Your point should be better.
Dude, Cody's corner is turning into a flat out just Cody's street, Cody's open parking lot, Cody's empty field.
Well, okay, it was Cody's
He doesn't
corner
he doesn't even get shelter in his own corner.
I should have taken it out because he's just part of the podcast now instead of being featured. He is part of the core. So this is really for all of us, and you're selfishly making it your own corner.
Because you told me it was.
Because you're a college football expert.
Yes, expert.
Expert in quotes.
Just has to be, man. That's how I typed it. All right, go ahead and tell us more about Rosen and why you think he's not number 1.
I mean, we all know Josh Rosen's really good.
No.
Arm strength, size, he's skinny. He needs to put on some weight. He's only, 210?
210.
6'4", 210. So he's
Weight
got to put on...
shaming
But Luke
people.
Falk is
Classy.
205, so...
Is he?
According to mine, this was updated yesterday.
All right. Well, he needs to put on
Yeah,
weight.
what
too.
I was looking at was not updated for a couple months, so here's probably more accurate.
I told you his weight fluctuates. You cannot trust the guy. He is a blob of a human person.
The NFL Draft Countdown used to be the best draft website.
What was
and
that
now
TV
he's-
show, that shitty Nickelodeon show where the kids turned into this silver gel and they would slide under doors and then they'd reanimate into humans?
Animorphs?
Was it Animorphs?
Well, they changed into animals. Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, God.
Because Gatorade had their own not Gatorade, what's the High C or whatever, they had their own fucked up commercial, and everybody's just well, what the hell is this shit? And they're like, well, did you not watch the TV show? Kids are turning into silver liquid. Sorry, now I'm hijacking Cody's corner. This is just...
That's okay. I'll cut
Thank you for your patience.
Why are you looking up the Draft Day movie?
That's because there's a reference coming,
Okay.
right? So where I'm
He has to
knocking,
look up his references.
Josh Rosen is that he feels like Bo Callahan to me.
Okay.
Who's Bo Callahan?
He's an actor.
The quarterback from Draft Day.
Well, he played a quarterback in
Well,
Draft
yes.
Day. He's an actor.
Well, no, Bo Callahan is the quarterback from Draft Day.
Yeah, but he's not. He's
Black
not
Panther
a
is
quarterback.
the D-end that went first overall in that movie. Spoilers.
Yeah.
I think
That's like saying Bill Paxton.
Everybody
is the
that's watched
president.
this has seen Draft Day.
That wasn't Bill Paxton was the president.
Bill Paxton was the president in Independence Day.
No, that's
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Who's Bill Paxton?
Bill Paxton?
Oh,
was
Bill
the-
Paxton died a couple
And
years
he's
ago.
the guy from Aliens that said, "Game over, man."
It's a really good impersonation of a person that I forgot.
Hey, what you're saying things.
That was it.
This is horrible.
That was it.
Cody's so patient. He's patient like Josh Allen. Or Josh Rosen. Fuck! God, I had the perfect segue to get back on track.
Yep.
I think Josh Rosen should be number 1. I think he's perfectly analyzed by all the experts. His stats are good. The only thing that I don't like is his shitty attitude, and Jim Mora. I don't like Jim Mora.
Jim Mora got fired.
Well, that good, even better, because
Chip Kelly's the
I don't
coach.
like him, so I'm glad he's not the coach.
Chip Kelly's the coach there now.
No, and
No, he's
UCLA,
he's going to be the coach.
he's going to be
next
the
Yeah.
coach. Who was the coach this year?
year. Not Jim Mora. It was
Yeah, he's been fired for a while.
it was,
I don't know, some guy.
it was a guy.
It doesn't
that's
matter.
Not Jim
Yeah.
Mora or Chip Kelly.
There was somebody in between.
There was someone. Yeah.
Jim Mora looks like Mark Wahlberg, and that bothers me. That's nothing really to do with anything. I just don't like Mark Wahlberg. He's
I like
a piece of
how
shit.
I like how within our 4-down structure, Josh Rosen also in Cody's corner has four downs as well. And it always we've talked about Draft Day, Independence Day, and what was the one
Alien.
that Alien, and
Aliens.
then some,
Sorry, it was the
Aliens,
second one.
and then some shitty Nickelodeon television show that
Yeah,
I can't
it's bothered me. I
remember.
can't fucking remember it too.
Yeah.
I can't think about anything else.
Yeah.
I have to look it up. Remember the Curious World of Alex Mack?
No, I don't.
It's the chick from Eurotrip was the star of that.
Euro trip.
Yep. All right, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Why is he one?
It is the secret world of Alex Mack. Sorry. No,
Was that the-
we have a live chat. I don't know if you know that. We have a live chat on our YouTube.
There's nobody in it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's pretty active. There are literally 2 of people.
Hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How do I get on that?
You get
Is
on
it
your
just
you
you?
get on your phone, do it your own damn self. I mean, if
Who's
we're-
watching
If
it?
we're
Is
all
it-
on our phones,
Is
then
it Shantae?
honestly, you should be on your phone and I'll be on my phone. Then we let Cody fucking talk about Josh Rosen.
Yeah, maybe we leave him alone.
Because I'm
for a
still
minute.
fired up about it. I want to interrupt him, but like this is just getting way off. It
Who's
is
fucking-
the secret world of.
Was that Shantae, I
Alex.
assume?
No, he was our viewer Sean 182. I know who it is, but I'm not going to give out real names on this podcast because we're fucking famous now. We're on
Yeah,
YouTube.
there's at least apparently 2s of people watching us.
2s of people.
But it is the secret world of Alex Mack is the show where they turn into this silvery fucking liquid.
I thought
man.
that was one where she was a detective, but I might be thinking of a different role she played. Because they made a movie about it, and all her friends left because she was too worried about being
Yeah.
a detective, and she got sad. Baker Mayfield, talk about him.
I have Baker Mayfield at 1.
Why?
Well, I'm going to tell you the bad first, because that's just how I do things.
My God, I'm fat. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hear you.
Jesus Christ.
I hear you, dude. I hear you. He's undersized.
Unlike us, huh?
Unlike us, right? Unlike us, right? He's undersized. 6'1", 220-ish.
How do you make the chat happen?
He probably won't measure much higher than 6 foot at the combine. So he's short. He doesn't have great arm strength. He
Do I
doesn't
need
have
the
enough
YouTube
arm
app?
strength.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you guys are listening.
Oh, we are, but we're
He
doing
doesn't
this.
have the arm strength. He's
Doesn't-
not a
he doesn't-
pocket
He doesn't
passer.
have great arm strength, but he has good enough arm strength.
Yeah.
He's not a good
He's
pedigree
very
either.
accurate, despite his piss poor interception in the college playoff game that I saw.
Mhm.
Half of me sees Johnny Manziel, and that scares
Because he's undersized.
the living shit out of me because he's undersized. Their play styles,
Dick swinging, if you will.
sure.
Not with an average arm like Baker Mayfield. He's just kind of like
Babies are
he's just regular dick swinging.
Their play styles, because they both kind of thrive off of schoolyard football, right?
Okay.
They don't necessarily. Neither one of those two guys sat in the pocket and would shred you.
Right.
They both kind of are best when shit gets crazy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that doesn't happen in the NFL. So that's frustrating, right? The other part of me though sees Russell Wilson
Yeah.
because they're the same player.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is the same thing. Russell Wilson's not going to stay in the pocket and shred you. He can,
Yeah.
but that's not where he's best at. He's gonna get out of the pocket and he's gonna be an athlete because he's a really good athlete. He doesn't have great arm strength. He has good enough arm strength and he's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's undersized, right? Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick for a reason. He was just an average dude at Wisconsin and NC State, right?
Yeah.
But he's a good football player. I think that's Baker Mayfield's ceiling, and his floor is Johnny Manziel. So
His ceiling is a Super Bowl winner like Russell Wilson.
yeah,
All right, that's a pretty high ceiling, and I see why you have him ranked number 1. I would if I were to redo your entire list, I would stop at 2, and then just be done with the list. I don't think he belongs. Maybe 3. I would put him. I would put Josh Rosen 1, Josh Allen 2, Baker Mayfield 3, Luke Falk 5, and somebody's gonna fit it in 4. Mason Rudolph
Mason
at
Rudolph.
4.
You forgot him.
No, I didn't forget about him. He's my boy.
You forgot him.
I forgot him.
This person's been watching since you had to talk about Rafael Palmeiro. That's dedication.
Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
My God, I'm so fat. I'm just watching my fat self look at my fat. I was like fatception. It's really depressing.
All right, let's finish this bitch off with 4th down.
I want to have a confession with Cody real quick. So I think I secretly really like Baker Mayfield as a player, but because he's so much like Johnny Manziel, I've been trying to tell people I hate him. But I might be with you and him at 1.
Let me
if I'm
tell
being
you.
honest.
Let me tell you about why he's not Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel was a spoiled rich prick. He
Accurate.
was a 3-star quarterback, went to Texas A&M,
Mhm.
right? Was a starter from his redshirt freshman year on, right? Immature as shit, right? Baker Mayfield is not a rich prick. He was not ranked as a high school senior. He was a walk-on at Texas Tech and won the job. And then he got hurt. He came back. And then they said, hey, you're not going to be the starter. So he left. And then he had to walk on at Oklahoma. He had to take a year off, played intramural football with dudes like us to stay sharp. Yeah, played intramural football with dudes like us to stay sharp. And then was a walk-on at Oklahoma before he was the starter and got a scholarship.
How old is he after all this?
He's a normal senior.
Okay.
He's a normal senior. But that's the other thing is he's 2 years older than Manziel was when Manziel went into the draft. Manziel came out as a redshirt sophomore.
I did not know that.
He did. And so he's 2 years older because he stayed the full 4 years. He's also thicker and has...
Yeah, you like that?
Well, I mean, Manziel was small and he got hit around. That type of quarterback's going to get hit around a lot.
I was making dick jokes.
Oh,
You didn't have to
it
actually
wasn't.
rebuttal to that.
My bad.
Okay.
And he has... His arm strength is better. Neither arm strength was good or elite by any means. I was fooled into thinking that Manziel's arm strength was good enough based off of his sick pro day, and I was wrong. But Baker Mayfield has more arm strength than Johnny Manziel did, so that's why I see them differently. More so, it's more their makeup and how they got where they are. Where they were at draft day rather than physical abilities, I guess.
Those are good points.
I know. You sound surprised.
I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but
I think that's a very good...
you put a lot more effort into this than
Yeah.
Nick and I did.
I didn't have anything shitty to say about that,
No.
honestly.
It was legit.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with everything that you say, but that was a very good rendition.
I felt like he talked to us like he's a dad. You know? I felt like you were explaining to us
Well-
that you wanted us to listen, but not feel like you were talking down to us. And you never went, aggressive. You never went patronizing. You were just telling us.
You treat both your kids equally.
Although
that's why I'm a good coach.
you let one play quarterback and the other not. But, well,
It's 'cause he was better.
Well, he wasn't fucking. I mean, did you ever let me play? We're not having this discussion. Here.
This is a different podcast.
Fourth down. Let's
Do
go
you,
to
do you remember why we lost that championship game? When we played in, like, fucking Joe Fish.
Because we played half the football team?
Yeah, we
No,
played
could-
actual football
yeah.
players.
No, but we could have won. Shantae dropped a touchdown in the end zone, like at the end of the game.
He Corey
There was
Coleman
probably
the shit out
also
of that.
times where you didn't throw me the ball. But it's
Probably.
okay.
Or sometimes where we could have used a little West Coast action and you just won't let me play quarterback. But let's move on to fourth down because we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Have we really?
7:30 and it's 9:05 or something like that. 7:21 we started.
This is a long
Oh
podcast.
my god.
Real podcast.
I think
for
that
like an hour.
we're doing pretty well. If we've been that much time flew by pretty quick. I think. I don't feel
I
like
also
we've
talked
been.
about a lot of nothing too.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what we're going
we're
for.
wasting everybody's
This isn't
time.
to entertain anybody. This is just for us to
Wasting all their
hang out.
internet dollars.
Yeah. Fourth down, NFL playoffs. Do you want to talk about the games first, or you just want to talk about the Vikings?
The Vikings are gonna win.
But and
NFC
listen,
stats,
this
though.
isn't biased. I honestly think the Vikings are going to win.
I think it's the Vikings and the Rams are the two teams that are going to come out because Nick Foles' butt.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia shits the bed. Minnesota gets home field advantage. They've only given up at home. The most points that they've given up is 20, and they won all those games. They lost to Carolina, but that was on the road. I bet you if they see Carolina again, they'll win at home.
That was a close game too.
That was a close game. All they had to do was stop Cam Newton on third down, and they couldn't. He ended up running for 60 yards and then winning the game on a Jonathan Stewart fucking third or fourth touchdown. That was ridiculous. But no, I think I honestly think if I can take off my Vikings hat here, I can't because my hands are busy. But because I can't. Yes.
I was just seeing how much the delay is from what I'm watching to what I'm actually doing. It's about 20 seconds.
Oh.
I started poking myself in the belly
Oh.
and seeing what was going to happen on there. So, just if you're wondering,
You're learning all the stuff that I've already figured out.
For all two of
so
our
that we
viewers.
can do this podcast and be normal.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I honestly I think the Vikings win. Their defense is number 1 in the NFL. They literally broke an NFL record for.
I think if you had a healthy Cook, I don't even think.
We haven't had a healthy Cook all season.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
You're blocking this conversation right
we
now.
went 2 and
Now you know what it's like.
We went
It's
2
okay
and 2.
when I do it.
We went 2
We
and 2
didn't talk
with
about my
Dalvin Cook.
sleeper.
Oh shit, we gotta go back to third down real quick. Your sleeper QB.
My sleeper QB
Say it faster.
is
We just add another 15 minutes.
is
to this
Lamar
podcast.
Jackson. My sleeper QB
You
is
son of
Lamar
a
Jackson.
I'm-
bitch. Why did we have to go back to third down?
Okay, before he says his reasoning, his original thoughts about this via text, he changed it when I made fun of him was ceiling Michael Vick, floor RG3, who actually had a decent first 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And Lamar Jackson is a garbage QB in the NFL sense. He's fun for college. He's not even great for college. He's fine. He's good.
Okay,
He's garbage.
I hear you, and I
So
and
go
I,
ahead and tell me why he's not a giant turd.
He's the Baker Mayfield of quarterbacks.
okay. I'm picking a sleeper, right? I'm picking a sleeper. I can't pick Josh Allen or Josh Rosen as a sleeper.
No, but you could pick an actual QB.
He is a QB.
No, he's not.
You can pick Johnny Manziel as a sleeper because when he gets really drunk, he passes out.
That's true. Okay, I think that as of today, Lamar Jackson has no business playing quarterback in the NFL.
No. He's the next
However,
Marcus Vick.
however,
How is he a sleeper if you think he has no business playing in the NFL?
I think he has no business. As of today, he has no business being a quarterback.
But he's
in
going
the
to play
NFL.
0 games of football from now to when he gets to the NFL. How would he
Right.
get better?
I wouldn't draft him anywhere in the top 5 rounds. He's a 6th or 7th round pick to me. If you're
That's
drafting as a quarterback, he's a 6th or 7th round pick.
He's
to
a
me.
conditional
I agree
draft
with that.
pick.
There's some people have him going in
There's
the first.
people that have him go in the first round and they're crazy.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah,
I-
there's people that have him go in the first round and they're crazy. He's a 6th or 7th round pick as a quarterback to me today.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna.
Should we be answering questions from this chat, by the way? Just curious.
I was just kind of.
Yeah.
playing
It's not
around with it.
they're actually bringing up some stuff.
Yeah, that way I just let Cody talk and I keep interrupting him.
Sorry.
But if, and it's an if he can sit for 3 or 4 years, whatever it is, and develop a passing game, he's gonna be really good. I think. I mean, we don't know if he can pass because that's not the offense that he was in. He threw screens and go routes.
If he could pass, they would have passed in his
No.
college.
No, that's not the offense that they run. And then that's not. I mean, you're as a college coach, you're trying to win games, and your best chance at winning games with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback in college is to have him run. Because you don't know, we don't know if he can throw. If he can throw, I mean, could he be Tyrod Taylor? Tyrod Taylor was the same way. Tyrod Taylor went to Virginia Tech and was the same guy. Could he be a more athletic
Tyrod Taylor was an actual. He could still throw. Like you watched him throw at Virginia Tech. You watch old highlights. He made like QB throws. Lamar Jackson does not make QB throws.
Right, but Tyrod Taylor also sat for forever. Was almost not even a quarterback, and then Buffalo takes him and they give him a flyer. I think somebody got hurt too, didn't they? Somebody got hurt and they put in Tyrod Taylor. And they,
Buffalo? No, that was just because they're like, we'll play Nathan Peterman for some reason. You're talking about that situation?
No, before when Tyrod Taylor got the starting job, didn't somebody get hurt?
No, they signed him as their starter. He was liked around the NFL as a guy who could potentially be
He was a backup.
Matt Schaub
He was a backup for forever. And
for Flacco.
He was a backup for Flacco.
He was probably better than Flacco the majority of the time he was at Baltimore.
He never saw the field, and I'm pretty sure he was almost not a quarterback anymore. Before they took him in Buffalo,
He was a QB the whole time he was there, and then he got signed as a QB because people thought he was going to be good at QB.
I disagree with you.
That's what happened though. Those are facts. I was a big fan of him. He's foundationally he was actually QB. Lamar Jackson is a running back,
He's too small.
wide
for a running
receiver,
back.
maybe.
We don't know if he can catch.
Or,
I mean, you're not going to draft him as a running back because it's too small. You're not going to draft him as a wide receiver because you don't know if he can catch. You got to draft him as a quarterback. As a quarterback, he's a 6th or 7th round pick, which is why he fits as a sleeper, because if he develops as a passer,
Did you write down how tall he was out of curiosity and his weight?
no, but I can pull it up really fast.
No, it's okay. We can move on.
You guys think I gotta interrupt. You guys think do you think Pittsburgh's gonna beat New England in the playoffs?
No.
You don't think so?
Wait.
Because the one game that they played against New England this year, they lost by 3, and they didn't have Antonio Brown the entire game because he got injured first play.
Pittsburgh never makes any sense. They have
16-5.
all the fucking talent in the world, and they lost to Mike Glennon-led Bears.
I honestly think the Steelers decide when they're going to win, and they just can't make up their minds in big games.
They played to the level of their competition very much.
Yeah.
I like Mike Tomlin. I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. So
anyway, we've had Cody's Corner. I'm just going to give my 2 cents.
Nick's picks.
I got Chiefs over Titans. I got Rams over Falcons. Panthers over Saints. Jaguars over Bills.
I'm sorry, I zoned out.
Yeah.
That's okay, man.
The games are
You
playing.
started talking about Lamar Jackson, and I cannot stop thinking about Jim Irsay. I can't. I'm serious. It bothers me.
Jags Bills, like, that's.
I don't think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be absolute garbage.
I want both teams to win because their fan bases deserve it.
I want to see a Nathan Peterman show.
Don't want to see that.
I enjoy it, as terrible as it is. I mean, the worse you are, the better it looks, honestly. Why do you think Johnny Manziel was so hyped?
Everyone thought the Bears were going to draft Peterman before they took Trubisky. Not in the first, but in the draft at some point. Because he was like the big, you take him in the third or fourth, he could develop into something. The Falcons don't deserve him to be in the playoff. The Rams are going to kill him. I honestly, if the Vikings don't win the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Those would be the teams I want to win.
That would be a good Cinderella story after going 4-12 one year.
And the whole Goff being dismissed. Because I had written Goff off too, but really Jeff Fisher just ruins everybody. And then Panthers, Saints. I hate Cam Newton. So.
Yeah. I think Eagles lose the divisional round. It doesn't matter. You could plug in any 4 of the divisional round teams. You could plug any of those teams, and I think they beat the Eagles.
They should have signed Kaepernick. It didn't make any sense. You need probably at least somebody who can run around back there. That since you don't have Wentz, because Nick Foles is butt.
Right.
I can't think of anybody else in free agency that would have been better for them. Because he got hurt like 2 weeks before the end of the season. It was way before the trade deadline, right? Yeah. So. Yeah,
but anyway, those are my picks for the playoffs. I have Minnesota going all the way.
Yeah, it was a stat about the Titans being 9-0 for some reason. Oh, Titans Chiefs.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting stat. Derrick Henry, if Derrick Henry touches the ball 10 or more times, the Titans are 9-0. If he does not touch the ball 10 times, he's 0-7. Now DeMarco Murray is out. He's been ruled out with a knee or his ankle, one of those two.
Yes.
I think LaShawn McCoy.
Hamstring?
No, I thought it was his knee because LaShawn McCoy hurt his ankle, or he hurt his knee. I can't.
Whatever
remember.
it is, it's one of the big reasons that Brewer lost the championship game.
That's literally like the one stat that we have in that. Yeah, that was a good point. We don't have a stats guy. We've been just talking bullshit this entire time.
Where's Brewer?
These are our feelings.
We need a guy behind the scenes.
I've literally watched 0 minutes of Titans football this year, and I like Derrick Henry. I thought he was going to be a lot better.
I thought the Titans were going to be an 8-8 team. They ended up going 9-7, and they're in the playoffs. I don't know how.
Yeah. Is Derrick Henry actually effective?
Is amazing.
He's been so bad this year.
He's the little Lamar Jackson of quarterbacks.
I love Marcus Mariota, and I'm rooting for him because I hate James Winston. So I don't know if that's a good reason to root for somebody, but
any reason to root for Marcus Mariota is a good reason to root for Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
So I guess might as well do Super Bowl predictions in case we don't have another show until after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So Saturday's games: Titans Chiefs at 3:35, Falcons Rams at 7:15, and then Sunday Bills Jaguars at noon and Panthers Saints at 3.
Give us money, NFL. We're promoting.
Give us money. Thanks to all of our
Actually, they're probably going to monetize us because we're wearing team gear. They're like, oh shit, you didn't ask for permission.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank all 2 viewers for watching.
Wait, Super Bowl predictions.
We already gave the Super Bowl prediction. We
You
all
didn't
think the
say who-
Vikings
you-
going to
yeah,
go.
but you
And
didn't
if you
say
don't
the
like the
AFC.
Vikings, then we're going to go to Rams.
Yeah, but what about the AFC? What team's gonna play one of those?
Doesn't
two
matter.
teams?
It
Okay,
doesn't matter.
Steelers or Patriots, it doesn't matter.
that's true. All right.
Jags. I'm rooting for the Jags.
All right. I mean,
I wanna-
because you would win.
Yeah.
Because Brick Bortles would just be like, here, Harrison Smith, have the ball.
I want a
He's
Vikings.
not even going to the Pro
I
Bowl.
want a Vikings Jags.
It's fucking Pro
That'd
Bowl.
be-
I almost said World Series. Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can fuck off with your
If they
baseball.
played 7 games for the Super Bowl, I honestly
That would
wouldn't
be
mind.
nuts.
They just have to do it back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
That'd be exhausting.
They need 2 travel days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because baseball players have it so hard.
Let's
they
end
need a
this.
day
I
of
want to go
rest.
home.
Okay.
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Huh?
I haven't eaten dinner
Why
yet.
did you not eat before you came? We
Because
would have
you
made
guys
you.
were-
You could have told me. I would have made you a pizza. Or something.
Domino's last night.
Yeah.
Is it still sitting on the counter?
Yeah.
Like one piece.
I took it out for you because you were coming in and
Oh,
then you
then I
walked
ate
right
it.
by it.
My bad.
You ate both pieces?
No, no, there's one left.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for watching. This is our first episode. We're hoping to have more episodes later. If you guys like us, give us a subscribe. Even though I know that the 2 viewers both subscribed us. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
so we're doing it.
Maybe next time we can do this on my channel too, so I could have some.
Oh yeah, they subscribed to my channel. So
Yeah. Go to Big Belly Brand Forever. Subscribe to my channel.
I don't have a channel, so
yeah.
You just
just hang out.
All right.
Watch
Bye,
porn
everybody.
instead.